fast race car in VR. Hello everyone and welcome back to Obafet Gaming. You're listening to the Obafet. We are driving a little single-seater mono. It's a 2016 mono made by BAC, B-A-C, which is the Brakes Automotive Company. It's a British car manufacturer. We're driving in the European Clubman Cup 600 and we're driving at the Deep Forest Raceway track. We're doing 5 laps and we started in a rolling start. Now this car is awesome to drive. You do have to, however, make a few test laps. Check it out because it's a light little car and it's got a lot of power. So when you come to the corners like that and you're passing, especially if you're on the outside of the turn, you do have to throttle down. Let off the fuel a little bit, because if you don't, with a light little car and a lot of power, as we all know, we're going to spin that butt end around the corner. And you might spin out altogether. We don't want that. We want to stay on the track and we want to pass these guys one at a time. So like I was saying, you have a really good traction with this car. Throttle her down in the corners and open her up in the straight stretches. He has lots of power to pass these guys, and when you're going straight, they cannot keep up to him. It is just a joy to drive. I love the little rear view mirrors mounted on the fender wells. I'm not too sure how I would feel about the lack of a windshield. Not that the wind would probably bother you at the speed that you're going. Not to mention if a bug would hit you, but I guess that's why we wear helmets with full face masks. I really enjoyed driving this one. The track is not that long. It's not short, but it's not a really long track. There are lots of corners. It's got places like this, straight stretches where you can get by them. In the corners it's a little bit more difficult, but we do have 5 laps, so we got lots of time. We don't have to get too excited and we can just take our time and pick them off one at a time. Now, I would like to say and talk a little bit about playing in VR. As you know, I don't like to race in cockpit mode in any kind of sim racing game because I feel that you miss out too much on your peripheral vision and it takes away from me. Now when you're driving in VR, you don't lose a lot of that peripheral sight, so you do get to have a full vision of what you're seeing and you can enjoy the beauty of the game itself, the graphics and the gameplay, so to speak. Now some people might be worried about VR causing any kind of motion sickness, and I just want to let you know I used to have really bad motion sickness when I was a kid. Oh, that is just gorgeous, beautiful. And I had trouble sitting in the back of a car. I had trouble flying and all that stuff. Now eventually I grew out of it, but I still have problems when I'm playing any kind of game in VR. If you're playing something where you use the toggle switch for your view and you move it too fast, your view changes too quick and your brain my brain can't seem to keep up with it. And I get real bad dizzy spells out of it. So I have trouble playing other games in VR, but driving, for me, I don't have a problem with it because driving in VR, for me, is like driving a real vehicle. If I would get sick driving in VR, I'd obviously would be getting sick driving normally, and that doesn't happen. So I'm just thinking, if you have motion sickness and you're not sure whether you're going to be able to enjoy VR, don't go out and buy the set. Go and see at a friend's house, if somebody has one, then you can give it a chance and try it out. And you might just be pleasantly surprised. Because like I said, with driving, you're mostly looking straight ahead. and you're swaying a little bit from left to right, but it doesn't really affect me. So it might not affect you either. Give it a shot. You might just like it, and then if you know you're not going to get sick in it, then you can weigh the pros and cons of whether it's worth it for you to spend the money and buying a headset. It was worth it for me. I love it, and I enjoy it a lot. Anyhow, we are getting to be through, I think, 3 laps here we're driving, and I have no idea whether I have any cars in front of me, because when I drive in VR I turn the HUD off so I don't see where any of the cars are. So as far as I'm concerned, I just put my foot to the floor as much as I can and keep going until the race is over. So we got a little ways to go yet, and if you'd like to just sit back, relax, enjoy the show, if you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. We're going to be putting up a lot more of these, and the Gran Turismo ones, we're going to try and keep all of them in VR. And I like to try and drive all the nice cars that I have in my garage. So enjoy the video, have a great time, and we'll see you next time. You've been racing with the Obafet.